A dazzling smile, perfect blonde hair, and the iconic role of Marcia Brady, Maureen McCormick was America's sweetheart. For 5 years, millions tuned in to watch her embody wholesome innocence. But in 1974, when the cameras stopped rolling, her real story began, a shocking descent into darkness that no one could have predicted. By age 20, she had endured 3 abortions and traded her body for drugs, a horrifying truth that once pushed her desperate parents to the brink of calling the police on their own daughter. For decades, she remained silent about the agonizing reality of her life. Now, at 68, she's finally telling the truth, and it shatters every illusion of the perfect image we all believed. Maureen McCormick, born on August 5, 1956, in Los Angeles, entered a world already steeped in confusion and secrets. She was the 4th child of Richard, a school teacher, and Irene, a woman battling profound personal struggles. Outwardly, the McCormicks appeared to be a happy Catholic family, complete with 3 older brothers, Michael, Dennis, and Kevin. However, behind closed doors, their home was far from perfect. Her mother's troubled past and unpredictable moods created an unstable environment, leaving young Maureen feeling lost and profoundly uneasy under the pressure to hide their family's problems, especially within a strict religious setting. These early, formative years deeply shaped her, unknowingly planting the seeds for the intense challenges she would face in the tumultuous years ahead. Before she even stepped into the role of Marcia Brady, Maureen had already captivated television audiences with her innate charm. She played the enchanting little Endora on Bewitched, and made memorable guest appearances on other hit shows like I Dream of Jeannie, Honey West, and My 3 Sons. She wasn't just another cute kid on TV. Maureen consistently demonstrated a remarkable versatility, proving her ability to portray all kinds of roles with surprising depth. This foundation would prove crucial for the defining role that was just around the corner, one that would cement her place in television history but also profoundly complicate her future. By 1973, she was 16, and Barry Williams, who played her on-screen brother Greg, was 19. On screen, they were simply siblings, but behind the scenes, they found it impossible to ignore the intense, burgeoning romantic feelings they harbored for each other. Their undeniable attraction evolved into a genuine, passionate teenage romance, creating an awkward dynamic on set. At one point, their clandestine relationship came so perilously close to crossing a line that it almost changed everything for both of them, risking their careers and the show itself. Maureen later confessed that her feelings for Barry were so overwhelmingly strong that it became increasingly difficult to distinguish where Marcia's character ended and her own true self began, blurring the lines of her identity. It was a secret no one watching the wholesome show could have possibly imagined. As to the world, they remained the picture of the perfect Brady kids. But behind the scenes, away from the glittering life, things were rapidly falling apart for Maureen. Maureen McCormick was just 18 when her devastating nightmare with cocaine began. The year was 1974, and The Brady Bunch had just ended its run, leaving her adrift. On TV, she remained the image of the perfect, untroubled Marcia Brady. But behind the scenes, her life was crumbling into a million pieces. The bright lights and glitz of Hollywood hid dark, dangerous corners, and Maureen tragically fell headfirst into them. By 1978, she was deeply entrenched in a world ruled by cocaine, spending her nights in what she chillingly called glamorous drug dens above Hollywood. The deeper she spiraled, the more perilous and debased her world became, culminating in truly shocking admissions. Maureen later confessed that she had repeatedly traded sex for cocaine, a horrifying descent. It wasn't just a single, regrettable incident, it happened again and again, driven by raw desperation, not desire, further eroding her self-worth. Her parents' heartbreak grew worse as they watched her systematically destroy herself, agonizingly powerless to intervene. Maureen McCormick's life had been spiraling dangerously out of control for years, a relentless descent. By the mid-1980s, her crippling addiction to cocaine had systematically wrecked her once bright career, decimated her health, and nearly destroyed every single relationship she deeply cared about, leaving a trail of devastation. When she unexpectedly met Michael Cummings, she never anticipated that he would be the catalyst to change everything. But that's precisely what happened. Michael didn't lecture her with long speeches, nor did he attempt to gently rescue her with soft words or empty promises. Instead, he presented her with a choice so crystal clear, so sharp and unwavering, that it cut through all her layers of denial, forcing her to confront her reality head-on. He looked her directly in the eye and delivered a stark ultimatum: it's either me or that. Take it or I'm out of here. He meant every single word. And for the very first time in her addiction, Maureen truly saw how perilously close she was to losing something genuinely good and potentially life-saving. She vividly described that transformative moment as the coldest shower she'd ever felt, a shock to her system that jolted her awake from her drug-induced stupor. It made her realize, with painful clarity, that drugs weren't just subtly ruining her life, they were moments away from irrevocably taking away the first man who had truly loved her unconditionally, offering her a chance at a healthy future. Maureen McCormick's journey to recovery was never just about giving up drugs, it was profoundly about finding an entirely new way to live, a way rooted in peace and authenticity. In the beginning, consumed by her addiction, she didn't believe in anything greater than herself, feeling isolated and hopeless. As her addiction spiraled worse, she felt utterly empty and lost, believing there was no way out, no escape from her torment. Slowly, incrementally, things began to change. The unconditional love of her family and friends gave her the strength and courage to finally look for help, pushing her towards healing. They gently encouraged her to seek something bigger than herself, something spiritual that could offer her hope and purpose. She cautiously started going to church and joined spiritual retreats, opening herself to new perspectives. Little by little, she opened her heart to teachings that profoundly made her see life differently, with new eyes. Prayer and meditation gradually became an integral part of her daily life, grounding her. These simple, consistent acts brought her unexpected peace, helping her stay calm, focused, and present. In 2016, at age 60, Maureen enthusiastically took on a new, physically demanding challenge. She joined Dancing with the Stars in its 23rd season, partnering with Artem Chigvintsev. Week after week, she bravely pushed herself beyond her physical limits, astonishing audiences. The show was incredibly tough, and the competition was fierce, but Maureen persevered, making it to an impressive 8th place, defying expectations. The judges consistently praised her resilient spirit and undeniable commitment. She openly shared that at times, dancing made her feel like she was floating, experiencing beautiful, almost ethereal feelings that once seemed utterly impossible during her darkest, most despairing days. It wasn't just about the intricate dance routines, it was profoundly about showing the world, and more importantly, herself, that she could still rise, still shine, no matter how hard life had been or how many battles she had fought. Fans saw her in a brand new, inspiring light. She wasn't just Marcia anymore, she was a true fighter, an embodiment of strength and perseverance. Today, Maureen McCormick meticulously chooses her projects with great care and intention, reflecting her newfound peace and purpose. In 2025, she will star in an off-Broadway play titled Pen Pals, running from August 15 to November 23 at the DR2 Theater in New York. The play tells the poignant story of a friendship unfolding through letters, and a portion of the proceeds will be generously donated to breast cancer research, aligning with her philanthropic spirit. Maureen's story is a powerful reminder that behind every public facade lies a complex human journey. What part of Maureen's inspiring resilience resonated most with you? Let us know in the comments below.